Hey watercolor artists, it is a beautiful day to paint and a beautiful day specifically to paint dandelions. I'm so excited. I did a million versions of these trying to figure out which ones I liked more, and I came up with a way that should make it kind of simple for us. Can you hear the birds chirping in the background? That is not a soundtrack. That is spring, guys. That is the sound of spring. In the same way that daffodils are the look of spring, they are the harbinger of spring and a symbol of hope and renewal. So while we're painting them, let's think hope and renewal, and let's not think Armageddon. Okay, let's do it. So I want you guys to draw this. Don't freak out. There is a traceable, but let me just show you. Okay, trust me. We have 2 dandelions, 1 bud. So of course I did it beforehand because I didn't want to stress myself out. It is daunting to sketch and draw. Do not worry. Here's what we do. We're gonna make a horn shape, kind of a cone, like a trumpet. Little here, little here. You could put a circle there to give you a guide, but just flare it out a little. Then 5 petals. I'm skipping one because I didn't want to mess. I want to see that clearly, the horn part. The trumpet, so 6 petal shapes. Sorry, 5, and leave the 6th off. Okay, then come out and down because they kind of hang. They have a little brown husk-ish thing that the bulbs emerge from. Their skin thing is still there, and then it curves down. Okay, same thing over here. Cup curve shape, 6 petals across and down, and then we have an oval for a bud coming out. And then I just sketched in these 2 because I thought it would be good to have some larger, the strappy leaves that they have framing the thing. It's almost like a little heart, and then a couple of grasses. We don't need really to see all that, so get it sketched in. You can pause if you haven't. And then I want you to take a gum eraser or some sort of eraser, and what I like to do is roll it over the top because then it doesn't mess up my paper so much. So if you're erasing and scrubbing really hard, that can take off some of your, it can compromise the paper underneath. So just like to roll it on there, and then it's getting rid of the bulk of it. Whoa, I just lost it. Of your thing. Okay, guys, I have literally 4 colors. Here they are. And what they are, I have Daniel Smith paint. I have 140-pound cold pressed paper. It's bow hung. This one is in a block. The cool thing about a block is that it's glued down on all the edges so it stays flat for you. And then it comes with this fancy little leaf blade, and you find the opening, stick your little blade in there and open it after it's done drying. Genius. I like this paper too. A little bit less expensive than Arch, a little bit, for at least for their blocks. You can always find some deals on Amazon or other art supply stores. I have the darkest. I have burnt sienna. I want a reddish brown, so look for something in like the reddish brown. Then I also have lemon yellow and Hansa yellow light kind of mixed together. I think I chose more of the lemon yellow. And then I have a Hansa yellow deep. So in that way, just put some orange if you don't have this. It's like a neon. You just want it to look a little egg yolky, like a baby chick and an egg yolk. And then some sap green. That's it, guys. We're ready to go. And we're gonna do kind of a little wet and wet. We're just gonna play. It's gonna be so fun. And at the end, if you have any markers, even black, whatever you have, I thought it would be fun to go, this one's kind of a mess, but go around the edge and maybe write March and daffodils. So fun. Let's get it going. I have a 5x7. So I'm gonna use a 6 because that's big enough to give me enough space to cover all this. I could use an 8 as well, but the 6 will be perfect. Okay, I want you guys to have a clean jar of water, a paper towel, and a jar is ideally a second jar. So one for rinsing your brush and one for grabbing new water. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to have a really dripping brush. And I want you to grab a bunch of your orangey yellow, the egg yolky color. Ready? And we're gonna go ahead, my plant is in the way, and we're going to dab this in to our trumpet shape. We're dabbing it and we're keeping it a little puddly. Can you hear these birds in the background? Amazing. Okay, see how we're keeping it a little bit puddly? That's good, because we're gonna dab. This is really fun. We're not going to the second one because we want to work with this while it's still wet. Okay, I rinsed off my brush and it's dripping, dripping wet. I cannot stress to you enough how wet my brush is and how wet this paint is. Can you guys see that? Just the wettest. Okay, here's what's happening. I'm going to the edge of my petals just gently, and then I'm gonna touch there. Look guys, I just touched it. I just love watercolor. This is where the magic is. You just touch it and it starts doing its thing. You cannot find that in any other media, I don't believe, really. Okay, tap it. A little bit of magic there, not as much magic. That's okay, sometimes we can force the magic. Okay, see guys, it's so beautiful, this little lemony yellow too, and it's gonna dry like nice and transparent. Look, touched it. Is there magic? I don't know, but if not, I'm gonna go make some. Gosh, guys, you know what? I'm gonna tap a little bit here. This is called charging. And if you tap it here, it can get more into there for you. So I'm tapping it just at the base there, just a little more. Okay, you guys, let's get some more. We're already on petal 3, guys. Beautiful, so beautiful. So as the March birth flower, it is a symbol of hope, renewal, which I love. My birthday is in March on the first day of spring. When I was born, it kind of, I think it alternates between the 21st and my birthday on the 20th. And my daughter's a day before. She was to be on mine, but there was a little bit of an emergency needing a C-section. And I decided that her emergency and lack of fluid that she had was more important than having us share the same birthday. We decided to go with safety first. Okay, guys, that's it. Isn't that so cool? Let's go to this one. Do the exact same thing. So I've got puddles on this brush. On my number 6. I mean, it's like, it's a puddle. I don't want it dry. I don't want it seeping into the paper. I want it really on top. See? And I'm really tapping so that I get the color and that I get it to stay there so it goes in for us. Okay, y'all, let's get the yellow. My grandma's birthday, when she was alive, my uncle, myself, my daughter, several friends, 3 or 4 of my friends, all in March. Okay, guys, look, I did the leaf. And then while my brush is dripping, I touched right there. Just a little. See how it's happening over here? And it's kind of cool. It's happening where the shadow is. That's just coincidence. I didn't plan that at all, but it is darker on the side that's away from the sun. Perfect. Okay, I'm going same thing. And I'm gonna tap the bottom. Ooh, look what I did. I put water up in that way, which I didn't want. I just wanted to tap it there. So see, I'm not getting as much magic. The mojo is not flowing right now. So let's get, I'm gonna put a little bit more of my stuff, like we said before about charging. I'm going to tap some at the bottom, see? And then that is going to start bleeding in there a little more. We're gonna let it dry. Like we have to be patient. This is one thing that watercolor has taught me and hopefully has taught y'all. I don't know where you are in your journey. I'd love you to tell me. There is a community section now where we can do messages, share pictures of how things are coming out, any kind of artwork you do. You do needlework, any kind. I'd love to see it. I do absolutely everything, but watercolor is my favorite of all arts. I love a lot. I love mosaic. I love fiber art. I've done murals, some on scaffolds, but out of all of that, for sure watercolor. It's just so beautiful. Okay, guys, now let's do something else. I just did the bud while I was talking. I want you to take your brush now and completely dry it on a paper towel so that it's fully dry. And then just for fun, we're gonna go in and see if we can just lift. See that? It did work. This is lifting. We're lifting a tiny bit of white in a couple areas. So it's just, you know, it's gonna create a little lighter in some of our areas. Let's concentrate on the ones that are up by the sun. So it would be that one and maybe this one. See what I mean? Maybe towards the edge of the petals, so we're just giving it like a little bit of a transparent look. You see, and then each time I was putting it on my fingers. I have yellow fingers at this point, but I want you to pull it out from there and use your paper towel instead of your fingers. Okay, it's looking awesome already. Wait till you see what we do after, but let's do the green. This is really fun too. I'm gonna keep my same brush. You guys could use a flat brush for this. We're just gonna do leaves. I want it to be on the point though for some of it. So let's get our green. I'm gonna dab it. I got water and paint and then I'm dabbing it on paper towel, so it's not like super watery when I get into here. And remember, we're going right, and then down. So I'm just touching it here. I'm gonna do kind of loosely and then drag it down, easy. And I like that rough edge. So I'm trying to keep it kind of organic and rough. So don't worry about it this being perfect. But here's a hint, you can put your pinky down as well and hold it and it helps. There we go. I'm perfectly happy with that, guys. Let's do the larger leaves on the sides. I need more paint, I'm out. This one, you need enough water to keep it going in one swoop. We're gonna do a motion of up, press, and up. This is a lot for a beginner, but up, press, up, and kind of twist it over to here. So we're going to start on the belly, push down, end on the tip. Let's try it. So I'm pressing down, and then I'm going up. See that? Some of it's a little dark here. I like this little dry brush thing, but I'm gonna pull some of this color right here, see? Just right there, you guys can decide. I'm gonna kind of keep that dry brush effect over there. See right there? Look what I'm doing, guys. I'm pulling the color here, and that's gonna give us a cool watercolory look. Do you like that? If you like it, keep it. If you don't, I kind of do like it. I might give it a little water to blend it. It just like activated those dots. Now it looks like it has some sort of disease, but we're fine. Okay, let's go here, get some more. We can, if you want to vary it, you can actually add a little yellow into this too. So we could do this one with a little different. So I'm gonna do the same thing. This is where my other one is. So I'm gonna press, come up, and end on the tip. See? Now I lost a lot there, so I'm gonna cheat and go back in. It's okay, not cheating, we're enhancing it. So see, I got a couple different colors. I might want to put in a little green here, maybe up here. You guys can just, for fun. It's all expressive and fun. See how that looks when it dries. All right, now let's take what, I don't have much left on my brush, and I'm going to take from my bud, I'm gonna go down and make a little skinny little stem there once, and then pick it up and you're done. Let's do some grasses. One here. Not too many. We're good with this composition. I think it's already pretty full. I don't need anything out here. Let's just keep it within here because we're gonna do something around the edge. Okay, clean your brush. Guys, this is a quick and kind of fun thing. I have one more thing, two more things for you to do. We're letting this dry. We're being super patient with this and letting it dry. And I'm just wetting this to spread it a little bit. Okay, look, I just made a little bloom. We're all fine. We're totally fine. Here's what we're doing. This is so fun. I'm gonna check. Mine's pretty dry. Get your brush and a couple things. We'll let it dry a little bit more while we're doing this. Let's get your brown and just create, you know how they kind of emerge from their little husk? This is looking really red to me. I'm going in and getting a little browner brown. I wanted a red brown, but that was actually red. Okay, so I've got my brown and I want this to be really light. So here we go. I'm just gonna put that here and here. You know what I mean? And it's usually like at the bend where they've kind of come out of their bulb. I think it's the edges of the bulb. Okay, and let's do that for the bud, like kind of opening up like that. It kind of comes out from the bulb. Perfect. Okay, guys, we have our last. Now for the bulb too, let's do a little bit of yellow brown like at the bottom here, or the yellow color that we had. Let's do that just kind of at the bottom, just to have two colors in there, right? Now, brown again, and we're almost done, guys. It's beautiful. You can do, I'm going to show you a couple things at the very end, something that I was working on at the very end. And I'm going to, let's see, do that here. Watch, so we have some dots. I'm going to get my reddish yellow. I'm sorry, reddish brown. And then I am going to dot it. Okay, so let's visualize this. It's an opening here that's an oval. So we've got this, like it goes like this. And it's also a little bit wavy. So we're gonna kind of make it look like it's a little bit wavy. Watch, I want it watery. Ready? And I want to make it go up a little bit here, just kind of wavy, and then come down a little bit here. And we're making it look a little bit wavy around there. Is that so great, guys? And I mean, it's not super wavy what we're doing, but we're trying. And we're gonna do that here. We'll go up like this, and then we can come down like this. Just dots all around. Maybe come out to the side a little bit, guys, off of your horn. Okay, now take the same brush, but make sure it's super dry. And I'm gonna put a couple of lighter yellows, right yellow, and my yellow right next to it, okay? We're gonna do that right over the top, like so, see? So that we have a couple of yellows on the outside. And guys, that is about it. We are looking so good. There's one more touch I wanna do. There's one more thing. Okay, how good does that look, guys? We're just adding our last little yellow dots around here. Just on the edge, see? And then have a couple of them come out to the side. There we go. Okay, last but very not least, I think we should get a little bit of our brown and a little bit of our yellow, mix them together. And then just in a couple places down here, we're gonna go here where the sun is coming down, and we're gonna make a little bit of a shadow. How does that look? I think that's pretty cool. And so the sun is here. For this one, it's concentrated more at the bottom. So I'm tapping now, sort of at the bottom. Just a little bit of brown. And if you want, turn your brush to the side. Give it a little bit of shadowing there, if you want. Or even better, we can use the lemony yellow, the egg yolky yellow, because that'll, see what I'm saying? That will give us a little more of that. See? Because we got some of it to spread, but we could use a little more. It's just giving us a nice golden, more golden. Okay, what do y'all think? Now, let me show you what we can do for the end. I thought we could go around the edge and line it with, I have two pens. I have Flair pens. I think they're big. Are they big? Oh, Papermate. Guys, did you know, side note, that they make these in scented? Yeah. So this was in scented goji berry. I'm telling you guys, it's like being back in elementary school. These are unscented. No, this one's the orange ginger. They're both scented. I've got lemongrass. Oh my gosh, guys, you have to get yourself some. Buy yourself a present. It's my birthday coming up. Buy yourself these for your birthday, for my birthday. Okay, I got a nice yellow. I'm taking a piece of paper. Better make sure this is dry because I'll be really sad. Well, I'll go up around the edge. Okay, so I'm just gonna follow this and I'm gonna draw around the edge. It's just gonna add a little border. So fun. I'm gonna drag it all the way to the bottom. Gonna do that over here. Same thing. Meanwhile, listen to the birds. Okay, then I'm gonna do it across the top. Same thing. I'm not really too worried about everything being perfect. I'm not a super perfectionist. Well, yeah, of course I'm not. This one's crooked. Whatever, we're fine. Okay, then the bottom, I'm gonna have it come over just about and leave a space here so I can write. There we go. And it's gonna be off center, but we're completely fine. Are you ready? I think I'm just gonna write March and daffodils, and I think we have to decide green. No, I'm gonna do both in yellow and then maybe add a green. Okay, ready? March. Daffodil. Perfect. And then maybe you can do a little flare of this. A little flare of this, whatever you want. How cute is that? Maybe a dot? Maybe you can dot the corners. Come up with something clever. Now, I think we are officially done, guys. So cute. We could even put a line in between here if we want. Adorbs. Guys, I have a harder one, just because it involves more shading and stuff. If you want to try it, challenge yourself to this. I just put that up under intermediate. I love this as well. Do that one. I want to show you something. First of all, I want to show you how fun is it when we're done painting, what my towel looks like. That one, and then from the one I just showed you, look at this. We are done. I should use a t-shirt, and then we would have a dyed t-shirt. Look what I'm doing for my daughter's birthday. So these are little earring blanks. They also make necklaces, and I'm trying to do these at that size. It looks absolutely, you can't even see it. It looks absolutely ridiculous. It's the size of my thumb, but I'm gonna try it because, like I said, it's her birth month too. So I'll let you know when I come back from the ophthalmologist with 0 vision left, how that went. I'll show you, I'll post a short with it and show you how it went. Okay, guys. Hope you love it. Keep the mojo flowing. We'll continue with some flowers. We'll do a birth flower a month, and we'll do a lot of cool landscapes. I'm heading to Chicago this week. I'll do something cool in Chicago, Botanic Gardens, the lake, maybe a little streetscape. So have an amazing day and an amazing break if you have spring break this week, and I will see you in the studio.